Hey friends, Sean from Draft Therapy here, and on today's review for you, it's time to start celebrating Christmas in October. Shiner Holiday Cheer is a 5.4% Dunkelweizen from Spoetzl Brewery in Shiner, Texas. It seems like we used to get until after Halloween before we started talking about Christmas, but it feels more and more like we're starting to see Christmas crap in stores earlier and earlier. I started to see this beer in local bottle shops at the end of September, so take that for what it's worth. Now, I've drank my fair share of Shiner Bock, but I think outside of that, I haven't tried any of their other beers. I know they do several beers now, but that changes today, and just in the nick of time for that holiday cheer, right? So let's take a look at the label. We'll get it into a glass, but first I'd like to thank my executive producers, Brian Kramer, David Jeffries, Chad Shirk, and Cam Freeman for helping to bring this review to you today. If you'd like to become a producer, help out the channel, or maybe just throw me a couple bucks, take a look at my Patreon at patreon.drafttherapy.com, where you can get early access to these videos and a few other special perks that are available only to patrons. Let's take a look at this label, this bottle from top to bottom. So on the very top, we have a Shiner bottle cap. It says Shiner on the top. It's a twist off, which is very different for this channel. It says across the neck of the bottle, "'Tis the season, Shiner seasonal spread cheer." And if we look at the front of the label, it says, "Since 1909, Spoetzl Brewery in Shiner, Texas. Every drop of Shiner is brewed in Shiner, Texas." And then it has the holiday logo or label here. It says Shiner Holiday Cheer. It has a little pecan, a little peach with a peach slice cut out. It's on both sides, some holly leaves, some really green, red, and gold coloration. You might equate that to Christmas. On the side, it says ale brewed with peaches and pecans with natural flavor and caramel color. On the other side, it says 5.4% alcohol by volume, Spoetzl Brewery, Shiner, Texas 77984. If we turn it around to the back, it says, "'Tis the season for cheer. Happy holidays from the little brewery in Shiner, Texas. We hope you enjoy your Shiner Cheer, an old world Dunkelweizen brewed with Texas peaches and roasted pecans. The malty flavors of this dark wheat-flavored ale are enhanced through the use of malted barley and wheat, and krausening ensures a smoothness that makes the subtle peach and pecan flavor all the more satisfying. May your days be merry and bright, and your Shiner be cold. Give one to someone you love." Has the independent craft beer logo, has all the cash refund information on all the different states. I'm trying to see if on the bottle at all there is any kind of like bottled information on here. Like I said, it just seems, I'm recording this on October 2nd, so it just seems a little early for us to start seeing all this holiday stuff. Just really weird. So I'm going to twist the cap. That's like this. That may be a first for this channel, twisting off a cap of a beer. But whoa, holding it up, I can definitely smell peach. Peach is like a big, just huge note, an aroma on this. Let's go ahead and pour it. It's coming out nice and caramel dark brown, not super dark, but it's got a nice color to it. Pouring it down there, setting that to the side. We're getting about 2 fingers of head here. Really just a nice looking head. It's very, very bubbly. It's got a nice head. It's just a little bit off-white. It's maybe just a little hair towards tan. Let's go ahead and hold it up and give it a sniff. Yeah, I'm just smelling peach. It's not super strong peach. It's almost like fragrant, like perfumey kind of peach, but borderline on that. And I do smell a little bit of a pecan aroma on the very tail end of that. If we hold this up, that's pretty clear. There's a lot of carbonation coming up from the bottom, and the head's still hanging on there, so that's a good sign. So let's go ahead and try this one out. Cheers. So the mouthfeel is crisp, light, very refreshing. It may be, kind of edges a little bit towards medium. It's not super like cut the air with a knife kind of crisp. It's not quite that crisp, but it does have a nice crispness. I almost said a nice Christmas, if I could even say that. But yeah, it's got a nice kind of crisp flavor to it. It's not super dry or anything to finish. There's a little bit of a weediness in there, a little bit of a breadiness. But let's talk about the flavors overall. So kind of going along with that weedy kind of mouthfeel, it also has a weedy flavor to it. It has a little bit of roasted malty kind of flavor in there as well. As much peach and pecan as I was getting, more so peach, on the nose of this, I was really anticipating drinking this and being just the peach just blowing out any kind of other flavor that was in here. So it has that, this is a dark wheat beer, dark wheat ale. It has a little bit of a wheatiness to it. It has a lot of that roasted malty flavor, like I said, but on the tail end is when that peach starts to kind of come up. You get kind of that, there's a bit of a nuttiness to it as well. There's a bit of a bready finish on it. I'm taking bigger, quicker drinks, and yeah, it's really kind of satisfying. It's like I said, it's not too peachy. It does have quite a bit of peach flavor that kind of pulls in after you get that wheat kind of taste. You get that roasted malty kind of characteristic. Then you get the peach just kind of comes in, but it's not overpowering. It doesn't punish your tongue. Like, it's not something that just kind of drowns out all the other flavors. It's in there, but it's not anything that's like super just offensive. And then there's, like I said, this bit of a bitter kind of nuttiness on the finish, like a pecan kind of nuttiness, go figure. But it's really kind of satisfying all the way through. And I've never had this before. 5.4%, you're not getting much like, it doesn't really have an overwhelming alcohol kind of flavor. It's a beer. You can tell it's a beer. It tastes like a beer in the alcohol department, but it has those other kind of notes that really kind of make it something that's easy kind of drinking because you're getting that refreshing quality to it, but it's also light, and it has just a nice kind of flavor. It's not super, it doesn't blow out any kind of taste buds with any specific kind of characteristic. But yeah, I can, I haven't had years past, so I can't say, obviously how this stacks up to previous years, but I think it's a really good kind of beer, especially coming around to the holidays. It's low ABV. You can take it to the family, maybe share a couple different beers with other people. I bought this in a 6-pack. I think it was under $10. I just looked, I had the other bottles here. It was actually $9.99, so just under $10 with the deposit. Not a bad value. And I think you could take this, and people that aren't really maybe into craft beer, they're maybe into the macro stuff, and you might be able to tempt them with something like this, but it might turn some people off, that they swear off dark beers just altogether, regardless of what it is. But I think for the value, it's a really good product. And like I said, it doesn't blow as much as the aroma was strong with that peach and a little bit of pecan. The overall flavor isn't hindered by that peach. The peach definitely enhances the flavor that you get out of this. All right, friends, that has been Shiner's Holiday Cheer. Have you had this beer in the past? Have you had it this year? Is it too early for it to come out? Or do you have any other favorite holiday beers that remind you of spending time with family and friends around the holidays? Let us know in the comments down below while you're down there. If you like beer, you might want to subscribe and click that bell. I'm here talking about beer twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. It's all for free for viewers just like you. And you might miss your newest favorite if you're not subscribed and getting those notifications. Tune in, catch a beer I'm talking about. You might like it, you might not. Might save you a couple bucks. So until next time, I'm Sean from Draft Therapy. Thanks for stopping by. Remember, drink craft beer, support your local breweries. These guys are in Shiner, Texas. And most importantly, don't forget to treat yourself to a little draft therapy. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Cheers.